And Bhante, why did you take the name Rahula?
Well, first, before I was to get ordained, I had gone to a monastery in Sri Lanka, Tapawane, and I had the inclination to become a monk, but I also had met a yoga swami and took a 1-month course in yoga even before I went to the Theravada Meditation Center. And I found a lot of benefit in doing the yoga, deep breathing, and this swami invited me to come to his ashram in India for a 6-month course. And so I went to that course, but I knew I wanted to become a Buddhist monk. But I thought I'd go to that course and learn yoga, and even my teacher, Buddhist teacher there, said, yeah, go ahead and learn yoga, it might be good for you. Thinking the physical aspects of it,
Yeah.
So I did that. And at the end of the course in India, in Pondicherry, the yoga teacher was giving people's Dhamma names. And he had asked me if I wanted to become a yogi monk. And I said, well, I already have my eyes bent on, heart sent on becoming a Buddhist monk. And he was kind of a little bit disappointed. But anyway, he gave me a Dharma name. But depending on your birth date, there's a whole science around giving names and birth dates. It's called the science of yantra, numerology. So according to my birth date, he said, you should have a name with 2 syllables. And so he said Arjun, which is Arjuna from the Bhagavad Gita, right? And then Rahul, which I knew was Rahula, the son of the Buddha.
Right.
And he also knew that too. And so I said, you can choose these 2 names, but I know that you tend towards Buddhism, so you might like Rahula. I said, yeah, I'll take the name Rahul. But he was calling it Rahul, because in Hindi, they leave off the A a lot and just say like Rahul, or even Bud. They say, instead of Buddha, they might say Bud. But so he gave me the name Rahul. So then I went back to Sri Lanka, I went to the monastery, and then the monk there said, okay, you're going to wait a few months, you want to ordain me on Wasakti. And then when it got closer to the day, he said, well, we got to think of a name for you. And I said, well, I have a name. He said, what's that? And I said, Rahul. And he goes, Rahula? Yeah, okay, that'd be a good name for you. And then, in Sri Lanka, the monks take the name of their home village as a first name, right. And then like Tapawane Ananda or something, or Walpula Rahula. So then we got to think of a name for you, a first name. They said, oh, California Rahula. I go, oh no. I wanted to distance myself from that. But then he knew I just came from India and liked yoga, and I was very sincere about the meditation. And he said, we'll call you Yogavachara Rahula. And that had a nice ring to it, I like that.
Right.
Yogavachara Rahula. And so that's how it came to be.
Wow.
And so my yoga teacher gave me the Buddhist name, and my Buddhist teacher gave me the yoga name. So it's kind of like was preordained that that's how my practice was going to evolve, integrating certain aspects of yoga with the meditation.
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting how all these things kind of come together.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's really funny. Yeah, it's amazing how both those 2 aspects are together in your name, and how each was given from a teacher from the opposite tradition.
Because when I came back to Tapawane, in the 3 months before I was to ordain, he asked me to teach yoga to the younger monks there.
Oh, wow. Very open-minded monk.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's great.